No mai hara mai, welcome to ORA Bay Chat for this Friday, the 15th of September. We are coming to you live from the Ames Games Rugby Sevens tournament headquarters, so apologies in advance if there's heaps of background noise, but there's a final being played as we speak, so we'll battle on through the noise. No mai hara mai, welcome Jax. How was Rip Rugby over the last 5 days?
It's been a mammoth of a week. I was at Rip Rugby from Monday to Wednesday and just took over the Sevens from Tuesday and today. So ton of games, 160 odd games a day up the top. But we managed to get through it, and we got through the final last night under lights. It was a beautiful occasion. A ton of people throughout the days, but I suppose that's the spirit of Ames Games. You know, we're spreading positive vibes. That's the new backing slogan in terms of Ames Games 2025. So nothing but goodness here.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, the Ames Games has been going on in Tauranga Moana since Sunday, with the netball and the cross-country kicking off. 14,000 athletes, another 12,000 parents, mums, dads and coaches. Tauranga has been absolutely jam-packed with traffic, but it's been an absolutely fantastic time sporting-wise. 24, I think, 25, 26, maybe even 27 different sporting codes competing for intermediate school-age kids. And right now, the girls' rugby sevens final is happening between Tauranga Intermediate and Glen Eden Intermediate out on Blake Park, number 1, Sir Gordon Titchens Field. So we might just cap off or open the show with the results from the Ames Games Rip Rugby last night. The third and fourth final was played between Monrad, Te Kura Wānanga or Tirohanga, and they got over the top of their opponents 7 over Hastings Intermediate School 1. And the Rip Rugby final last night, Jax?
The Rip Rugby final for 2025 was between Whakatane Intermediate and Bridge Park School. Whakatane coming away with a 5-2 win over there. There was fireworks straight after the game, even through the game. There was skill level, was up here in terms of youth and flair and trying new things.
Awesome. And in the Rugby Sevens, the finals are being played as we speak. Earlier today in the girls' third and fourth playoff, Manurewa Intermediate were too strong for Rotorua Intermediate, winning that game 12-0. And in the boys' third and fourth final, that was just played at 11:30, Jax.
That was between Henderson Intermediate and Tauranga Intermediate. Tauranga winning that one 21-7.
And in the girls' final, which is currently being played, Tauranga Intermediate playing Glen Eden Intermediate from Auckland. That game's due to finish in about 7 minutes' time.
14-7 halftime.
14-7 was the halftime score to
Glen Eden.
Glen Eden. That's right. And at 12:30 this afternoon in the boys' Rugby Sevens final, St Paul's College from Ponsonby taking on Glen Eden Intermediate. And as you can probably hear, there's a bit of background noise.
Glen Eden scoring under the post there.
Glen Eden Intermediate have just dotted down again. So it's 9.
Just in terms of the sevens there, people, we've had front runners, teams like Te Puke and, that your usual people that are in the finals actually get knocked out quite early. So across the board, schools are getting better, and there's youth coming through the grades. So it's good to see.
Excellent. Okay, moving right along, Ames Games wraps up here very shortly at the end of the final. Hopefully we'll get some results of the 2 finals that are currently being played and one coming before the show ends, and we'll bring them to you. But moving on to our next segment, we're going to talk about the Central Bay and Western Bay junior finals that were played last week. Rabs, I think you might have some graphics. We don't have a score, but Whakarewarewa under 11 red were the Central Bay under 11 champions. So congratulations, Whakarewarewa, in your under 11 final. And then if we go to the under 12 results, in Central Bay, Whakarewarewa under 12s, too strong over Waikato under 12s, 40 points to 24. And in the under 13s,
we have Waikato versus Mary St. Michael's. The score there, Waikato, too good, 43-12. in that game.
Jumping over to the Western Bay under-12 finals. Grabs go back. Yep. Western Bay under-12s played up at Ariki Park, Rangatawa, played Papamoa. The score was 19-all. Papamoa win that final through due to the fact that they scored the first try. And in the under-13s final, Mount Maunganui Marlins, too strong for Rangatawa, under-13s, 27 points to 24. So very close. Yeah, I managed to get across to both of those games. So absolutely rip-snorting. So congratulations to all the winners. Commiserations to the runners-up. Hats off to the two referees I went to watch. They're superb. Well done, Cookie and young Arthur Rickard. And probably a big kudos I think we need to thank is all the coaches and managers and all the parents who ferried the kids around. Without you and the big team of volunteers, junior rugby just doesn't happen. And it's a massive task.
We tend to forget about the people that are doing, driving in behind the scenes.
Yeah. So well done to all the parents and to all your committee members. You can go and take a well-earned break before you start organising next year. Don't go too far away. Okay, moving on. I'm going to talk about Rotorua Boys High, first 15. They had a win on the weekend in the national top 4 champions. Congratulations, Rotorua Boys. It's a fantastic result. They haven't won that for a couple of years. I managed to catch up with the captain of Rotorua Boys first 15. There he is, a fine young man. I've had an opportunity to referee him a number of years ago when he was only little. So I caught up with him last night at Bay Under-18s training, and here's what he had to say. Ataliki, congratulations on Rotorua Boys winning the top 4. How does it feel?
Yeah, it was a pretty unreal feeling, I think, after that last whistle blew. It was just all the boys were in the present, and it just felt so unreal. We're working so hard towards this goal. Last time we won it was 10 years ago, so it's good to put our school back not only on New Zealand's map but in the world map as well.
And here we're at Bay Under-18s training.
Yep.
Waikato coming up on Saturday. What are you looking forward to most about that?
Waikato's always going to be a tough challenge. They're big, they're physical, they're fit. They've got definitely some of the most prominent schools in Hamilton Boys, St. Peter's, Cambridge, all those schools. So we know what the boys are going to be facing this week, but we're going to get into the mahi tonight.
All right. Congratulations on the win.
Appreciate it, mate.
And take care. We'll see you around. Yeah, great to catch up with Tariki last night. He's a very well-spoken young man. So, he's only young too, I believe. So he's got a couple of years left at Rotorua Boys. So it's quite exciting prospects. Moving right along, we're going to start into the Bay of Plenty rep programs coming up. Starting this weekend, the under-18 boys and girls competitions kick off. And so Bay of Plenty will take on Waikato this weekend at Whakatane Rugby Park in both the under-18s boys and girls. They're both playing curtain raisers to the Volcanics. So just a bit of a heads up around their competitions. Bay of Plenty play in the Northern Regions competition. They've got a 4 and 5 week campaign. They'll play 3 games. They play everybody in their pool, which is the Chiefs pool. And then they'll play a crossover final against their equivalent place in the Blues pool. So if they top the Chiefs pool, then you play first in the Blues. If you come second, you play second, third, and fourth, and so on. So those campaigns kick off this weekend, and we're going to have a look at those previews in just a minute. Now we'll come back to that one, Rabs, if we can bring up the under-18 boys and girls. There we go. So Bay of Plenty under-18 boys, there's their 3 games. They play Waikato on Saturday. Then they head up to Pukekohe to play counties. And then their last game is in Auckland against Auckland under-18. So they'll play those 3 games, and then they'll have a crossover. Auckland have 3 under-18s teams. So one of those teams is playing in the Blues pool and the other one's playing in the Chiefs pool. So that's the under-18 boys draw. And if you want to bring up the under-18s, Jax.
For the under-18 girls, Bay Plenty are playing Waikato. And that's
Whakatane.
That's in Whakatane. And then they're off to Pukekohe there to play Counties Monaco on September the 20th.
Okay, I managed to catch up with both coaches of our under-18s boys and girls teams. Which one have we got first, Rabs? Have we got the telephone interview?
How did the selection of the squad come about?
Obviously with Super 8 all their games are recorded, so me and the other coaches, we had a fair bit of footage to get through, but we went through and found the best of Super 8, and then when Youth Development Cup came up, we attended both days and we selected some boys out of there, so live and on video footage.
Cool. How many games have you got in this campaign?
We've got 4 games. First is Waikato, then we play Counties, Auckland, and then we go into the final if we're good enough to make it.
Okay, and what can we expect out of the team for Saturday's game against Waikato?
We're going to win collisions, we're going to be dominant at set piece, and we're going to move the ball around. So, bit of flair, plenty of energy. Looking forward to it.
Excellent. Thanks for your time. Good luck.
Bye.
Okay, and so that was the coach of the under-18 boys team, Tristan Healy, and I managed to catch up with the coach of the under-18 girls team, Chris Falwasser. Caught up by telephone, and here's what he had to say.
I'm joined with the coach of the Bay of Plenty under-18 girls, Coach Chris Falwasser. Chris, welcome to the call.
Thank you, Pat. Thanks for the phone call.
No worries. Good to have you on. It's been a while since the 2025 Youth Development Cup and the end of the secondary school girls season. What's been the process for you and your selectors to pick a squad for this year's Northern Regions campaign?
So we did a bit of talent ID at the Youth Development Cup and have identified players throughout the region. What we actually did this year for the first time was we ran an open trial to allow girls to come from out of the woodwork and come and have a crack at making the Bay under-18s.
And how did that trial go?
Yeah, we're really good. We ended up with, I think, 56 girls registered, and we had about 42 who actually turned up on the day.
Wow.
Trial went really well. We uncovered some new diamonds, and they'll be playing tomorrow.
Awesome. So tell me, you've got how many games in the Northern Regions campaign? 3 or 4, I think?
We have 3 in the Northern Regions campaign.
Yep.
2 Chiefs ones, and then the crossover with the Blues.
Oh, yep. So depending on how many you win as to how high up that crossover game works?
Correct.
Something like that, yep. Okay, let's have a look at your squad for this year. What diamonds or rough diamonds have you uncovered?
Well, we actually got a couple of young second rows who've come across from Opotiki. They were running with the Eastern Bay squad at the Youth Development Cup.
Nice.
Came to open trial, performed really well, and they've been awesome at training, and looking forward to watching them go.
How good is that, considering the games with Whakatane tomorrow too? Yeah,
exactly. They're keen, they're ready to roll. So still got a few of our girls from over the last couple of years. Ravei Ngahu, great little player, plays for Whakarewarewa.
Yep.
We've got actually Cassidy Murray from the Marlins.
Nice.
Who'll be playing out wide for us. Couple of good midfielders from Whakarewarewa. Manawa Gates, Kaiara Hipuku.
Excellent.
One to watch, I think, will be our little open side flanker, young Ali Flett.
Okay.
I think you know a bit about her.
Yeah. Actually, is that the one that I commentated about?
Correct.
Yeah,
that's the one that was playing for Central.
Yeah. Just popped up everywhere and smashed.
She's everywhere.
Center.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Can't wait to see her go.
Excellent. Now, you're playing at Whakatane Rugby Park tomorrow against Waikato under-18 girls. Curtain raiser to the Volcanics.
Yeah, really cool, eh?
Yeah, it's quite exciting. Tell me, you've been around the girls' rep program for a while now. Are many of your girls from last year's or previous teams in the big team now?
Yep, I think we've got a fair few in their squad, but who'll probably actually be playing tomorrow. I think there's 4 who came out of our squad last year. Nice.
So obviously there's a fairly rock solid pathway that's been well and truly trodden throughout the years.
Yeah, I hope so. in total, I think there's probably 3/4 of their team have come through our under-18s setup now.
Awesome. Well, listen, looking forward to catching up with you tomorrow.
Awesome.
We'll see you after the game, and good luck for tomorrow.
Awesome, mate. Thanks for the phone call.
No worries. Bye, mate.
Okay, bye.
Really interesting listening to Chris on the phone around how 3/4 of this year's Volcanic squad have come through that under-18 program.
It's amazing stats.
Yeah.
Tells you that the program's working, Yeah, that's some good feedback.
Yeah. Okay, so under-18 boys and girls program kicks off this weekend. You can follow along the results on the Northern Regions Rugby Council website, along with the tour and the NAFA, and we're going to talk about them right now. So first up, the tour and the NAFA's results from last weekend. Counties Monaco Development 30-20 over the NAFA 28. But our under-19 boys 42, too strong for Counties 17. So it's those two competitions, which is pretty much where anybody who needs to be called up to the Steamers is coming out of these two teams. So they're getting some good quality footy right now. So it's good to have them. What have those two teams got coming up this weekend? Keep going. We're looking for the tour and the NAFA games. So they're both at Auckland. Stand by. Maybe we might not have a graphic. Anyway, so both the tour and the NAFA are playing Auckland this weekend. You'll get the results straight off the website. There's the NAFA team list right there. Can't quite read where they're playing. That's at 2:45 at ORA Domain. So I'd say the under 19s will be playing here either before or at the same time. Maybe one of them. But you can check out those kickoff times on the Northern Regions Rugby Council website. All right, what do we got now? Volcanics. Let's chat about the Volcanics. Here we go. So the Volcanics are playing Waikato tomorrow, 2:05.
It's good for Whakatane, this game, taking it over there for, there's a lot of the girls that are playing, and the Volcanics come from there, or Whakapapa from down there, and it's good to share, I suppose, our rugby around the sub-unions.
Oh, and most importantly, Pukeko Catering's going to put on an absolute smashing smorgasbord for those two teams down there. It has actually become well known and well trodden that it is the best catered after-match function in all of rugby, all across. So Mene from Te Teko, congratulations. Yeah. Pukeko Catering has now become world famous. So that game kicks off 2:05. Be great to see you down there at Whakatane Rugby Park, but if you can't get along to the match, you can watch it live on NZR+.
Yeah, there's no rest from us here. We're straight from here down there, set up,
and
then back into it.
Oh, something I forgot to mention, the under-18 girls game against Waikato, which kicks off at 11:30 tomorrow at Whakatane Rugby Park. It's also being live streamed, so if you can't get down to that game, thanks very much to Rotorua-based Local Gecko Productions for live streaming that under-18 girls game. Thank you very much for that. That's fantastic. All right, moving on to the Steamers. So last week, the Steamers finally reset their program after having a couple of little hiccups. 19-7 over North Harbour last Friday night under lights. Jax, you managed to catch that game?
Yeah, I did watch a bit of it. It was, North Harbour threw everything at it, from my point of view. They were out there, so I thought that would be a game that they could win. And I'm glad we come away with the win. We had a few, the All Blacks come back, a couple of them played. Unfortunately, we only get one with us this week. The other three have to stand by. So, I'm backing the boys. It's hard to even go down to Taranaki, let alone come away with the win. So, they'll be ready for us down there, the Taranaki Bulls. So.
Let's just go through the team list for the Taranaki game, which is Sunday, 7th of September, 2:05 in New Plymouth. Just make that bigger, Reds. There we go. Josh Bartlett, Kurt Eklund, and Tavita Mafaleo in the starting front row. Naito Akoi and Jai Knight in the locks. Loose forward trio, Jacob Norris, Daniel Lasanga, and Nick Broughton. I do have to apologise for the noise. Tournament HQ here having a team photo taken. In the back, so Jack, take us through the back line.
Number 10, we've got Caleb Trask. Number 11, Fihi Whainganofo. 12, we've got Simas Bardo. Number 13,
Lalomelo in the centres. Naurohi, Magavi Black, and Cole Forbes. Number 10, Caleb Trask, plays his 50th this weekend. Well done, Caleb. Looking forward to seeing you lead the team out for that. On the bench, Tain Kolose, Bene Kumiroa, and Felipe Vakasiola is our reserve front row. Samisi Pai is our reserve back row / lock. Joe Johnson, excuse me, Joe Johnston's our reserve Lucy. Charlie Sinton, halfback, Lucas Cashmore, and Tamiro Armstrong, who's been playing well off the bench. So can't wait for that. So that's the Steamers team list for this weekend against Taranaki in New Plymouth, 2:05 live on Sky Sport. The only other thing we got the Black Ferns taking on Ireland, 12:45 a.m. Monday morning. So if you want to get up for that. All Blacks playing South Africa, 7:05 p.m. and that's live on Sky Sport at Eden Park. And if you've got nothing to do, on Saturday Arvo, Samoa taking on Fiji at Rotorua International Stadium, 2:05 Rotorua. That is tomorrow. So
it's Samoan's home game, so we've got a lot of people travelling down from Auckland and that shit, I would say.
Yeah. And I'm just going to, do we have any, I'm just going to yell at Tournament HQ. Do we have a result for the girls final? Is this
just played?
What was the score? Tournament HQ, well organised. No one knows the score to the girls final that just played.
26-7.
Glen Eden Intermediate, congratulations. 26 points to 7 over Tauranga Intermediate. So that's our Ames Games Rugby Sevens girls winners for 2025. Congratulations, Glen Eden Intermediate. And the boys final between St. Paul's College, Ponsonby, and Glen Eden Intermediate. So they're boys and girls into both finals. That game has just kicked off. So we'll cover the score next week. Well, been a big show, 12:30. It's been fantastic. We're here live at Ames Games. There's a lot of tired kids and parents out there, and they've got their long drive home. So
there's a lot of tired staff as well.
A lot of tired
I'm
staff.
Looking forward to the polo final.
This and for the Bay of Plenty community rugby staff who've been all day and all night for the last 7 days at Ames Games. One more day, folks. You got a Volcanics FPC game to deliver tomorrow. That's all from us from Mount Maunganui Sports Club Rooms. It's been a pleasure. We will see you again same time next week, where we will preview all the upcoming rep games and results from tomorrow. My name's Pat Ray.
Tudo Hawaii, Jax.
And that us. See you. Bumble out.